now, then it's, yeah, we'll see you later. But no, it's, no, don't do that, by the way. But anyway, this is nice, isn't it? It's nice. It's nice, isn't it? What a good group leader looks like, you know, transitioning to EVP, time to throw the hand grenade in now. Let's release the hounds. Because I'm going to talk about what a good senior vice president looks like. And here's a disclaimer. I'm still wanting to achieve this. I'm not there yet. I'm still working on this. So what I'm going to share today is literally what I believe what a good senior vice president looks like. So, because I'm coachable, I'm going to do exactly the same thing that Steve just done. So, if you're a senior vice president or above, please stand up. Alright, so let's take a look around the room. Take a look around the room. These are all your senior vice presidents or above. So I want you to hold them accountable to if they're good. Are they good? Everybody else falls inside their hierarchy. Now, what I'm about to go through is, are they good? Are they good? Are we good? Not right now. Not right now, Roger. Roger, remember you're going to get that one day. So, if you sit for me, thank you very much, Senior Vice President above. All right. Give them a round of applause. They got there. Now, if you're trying to become a Senior Vice President, stand up for me. If you're trying to become a Senior Vice President, stand up for me.
We don't try.
You guys make me feel good as a teacher, because you know I hate the word try. Anybody that stood up with the word try, that's why you're not there yet. Okay? You didn't try to brush your teeth this morning. You didn't try to put your clothes on this morning. You didn't try to put on odd socks this morning, Josh. You just did it, right? Who's going to become a senior vice president?
That's it.
Videoing this.
So this is the people that are becoming senior vice presidents. Now, I notice that some of you are still sitting down. And that's okay. That's okay. This is time for you to take a toilet break. You can probably catch the lunch line a bit earlier if you don't want to hear this. But for the rest of you, keep standing, becoming senior vice. I didn't tell you to sit, man. Coachability, another one. I didn't tell you to sit yet. Okay? But these are the guys that are becoming senior vice presidents. So for those of you sitting or for those of you standing and looking at your fellow colleague, don't be surprised when they achieve it.
Oh, yes.
Because they decided right now that even if they weren't becoming one, they just decided that they are going to become one. See, that's the first step. See, that's the first step. If you can't make the decision that you're going to become one, then you might as well keep sitting. Thank you, Barry. You can sit down now. Okay? So I'm speaking to the right room. I'm speaking to the right room. But for those of you that are senior vice presidents and above, like myself, and for those that are becoming, we've got some work. I took a look at some of these numbers. And I was like, what are we doing? I looked for my name. I looked at how many people I had licensed in the last 6 months. And I realized that something's not right. I looked at other people's names. Fellow colleagues, mentors of mine in the room, I've looked at their name. I've looked at my own hierarchy. We can't be proud of these numbers.
Nope.
As a leadership team, we cannot be proud of these numbers. You see, it's great that we celebrated 17 years old. And Jeff speaks about, you know, I've always said that we're a ground floor opportunity. How long are we going to be a ground floor opportunity, guys? 17 years going, we're still a ground floor opportunity. Now you could look at it as good or bad, because people are coming in, they can still go and, you know, be a part and actually surpass some of the people in the room.
Yeah.
But should we be allowing that? Being 17 years old. I told you I'm going to throw a hand grenade in, because this has been nice. See, tomorrow is nice for me. I'll be nice when everybody else comes in. My role is to not be nice today. We need to start moving forward. And it starts with me. And how it all starts is with the qualification to become a senior vice president. See, I was looking for the qualifications. I must say, Margot, I find it quite difficult to find what it takes to become a senior vice president. I went on to the info hub. I couldn't find it there. So can any? So,
write it down, give it to me, and I'll put it on.
okay, great. So can anyone tell me, what do you need to become a senior vice president?
Three
You need to build 3 EVPs.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? Because that sentence is not finished.
Each of them should like.
No. Before we get there, someone said you need to build 3 EVPs. That's an incorrect statement. Sorry, finish it? Direct to you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. See, it needs to be direct to you. Okay? It doesn't count when you go in second and third. It needs to be direct. First generation EVPs. Okay? So 3 first generation EVPs direct to you. Very important. What's the second thing you need to do? Sorry, speak with confidence, guys. What do you have to do? 35 by 35.
Yeah,
What, 35 what?
35.
35 recruits.
35 recruits by 35 submitting.
We don't know, do we? We don't know. So we're going towards it, and we don't know where we're going. We're just going around the M25, heading to Manchester. Very shameful. So we need to do 35 recruits and 35,000. And I wanted to start saying 35,000.
35,000.
Because 35 by 35 is not 35 by 35 pounds. So it's 35 by 35,000 of submitted premium from you and your entire first generation hierarchy after the 3rd EVP has been promoted. Ah.
That's the real one.
That's the real one, man.
Yeah.
See, if we're going to go for something, we need to know what we're going for, right?
Yeah.
What else do we need to do?
Our personal base shop should do 10 by 10.
Wow, there we go. Minimum of 10 recruits and £10,000 of annual premium submitted from the EVP's base shop. That's what we need. What else do we need? What else do we need? Joshua Kleinman's in the room. What else do we need?
90%.
We need 90% 90% persistency. Guys, this should be rattling off your tongue like ABC 1, 2, 3. How can you be going for something and you don't know where you're going? It's like saying you're coming to Milton Keynes and you're in Scotland. Very important. This is taking a bit longer, George. I need 5 more minutes because I thought people would have got this easier. Okay? So, this is the qualifications. For those of you that stood up and said you're becoming a senior vice president, you need to take a picture of this. In fact, you need to write it down. Because taking pictures, it just goes into your gallery with your thousands of selfies and you never look at it ever again.
It's still good if you have 5 EVPs in there.
It'll be better. But this is just the qualifications. So, for us to achieve this, something needs to change. Something needs to change. And what needs to change is your mindset. Let's talk about your mindset. Before we start talking about doing all the physical, getting all there, your mindset needs to change. And the first thing for being a good senior vice president, the first thing that needs to change is that you need to have a builder's mindset philosophy. So what's the difference between what everybody else is saying? You see, a philosophy is something that you actually believe. A philosophy is something that you are known for. See, you've heard today, many people saying you've got to change your mindset, you need to go and do this, and that's great. But you need to, in your heart of hearts, believe that. You need to believe that you are a builder. There's no wolf in sheep's clothing here. If you're going to be a good senior vice president, you need to be a builder and have a building philosophy. Everything about what you do is about building. In your walk, in your talk, in your presentation, when everyone looks at you, they know that you are a builder. Because that is what a good senior vice president looks like. The whole role of them being a senior vice president is that they're building others. If not, then stop at EVP, and that's great. It's not about the 115% contract, guys. It's not about that. It's about the fact that you're going to go build other franchises, other offices across the UK, across the world. If you don't want to do that, then just be an EVP. So you need to read chapter 2 of the secrets of building a super hierarchy. In fact, let me say more than read it. You need to study it, regurgitate it, say it in your dreams, speak to your children about it. This is what you're going to need to do to become a good senior vice president. Because there's a section in there that talks about becoming a master builder. A master builder. And as a senior vice president, you need to start thinking about becoming a master builder. Because inside there, it talks about the difference between being a carpenter and a contractor. See, Donnie spoke about the double O's. I'm talking about the double C's. Are you a carpenter or are you a contractor? Some of you are going, what is he going on about? You need to read the book. But let me just break it down for you a little bit. You see, let me be honest. Many of you in this room right now are carpenters. You're carpenters. You are very good at what you do. You are, in fact, some of you are exceptional about what you do. Like a carpenter that comes in to a massive project and their role is to do carpentry work. And once that carpentry work is done, they go home. And we've got too many carpenters in this room right now, which shouldn't be the case. Because most of you should be the master contractor that oversees the entire project. You see, the master contractor gets the carpenter, the plumber, the electrician. See, they're the ones that are overseeing the entire project from start to finish. You see, becoming a good senior vice president means that you are overseeing the entire project and you're not just doing just one job and then you're gone. So we need to become the master contractor. Stop being a carpenter. That's what got you to vice president. But now it's time to be the contractor, where you're overseeing others. Very important that we understand the mindset behind that. Second thing in your mindset, I want us to really digest, is that the double C's, you're constantly and consistently developing your leadership mindset. I don't care who you are in here right now. Could be CEO Jeff Letts. You need to constantly and consistently develop your mindset, your leadership mindset. What does that look like? Guys, you've got a responsibility. The moment you become a vice president and you move on to becoming a senior vice president and beyond, you have a responsibility to your base shop. That's the first one. To your base shop. It's not time for you now to abdicate the throne. You're still the loudest voice in the room. You are the main person, the main driver, the captain, the pilot, whatever you want to deem it, but you are the main person. You do need to lead from the front. You've got a responsibility. That's your role. But the responsibility even increases when you now start developing a hierarchy. Because now you have a responsibility to your hierarchy. You have a responsibility to make sure they're staying on track. You have a responsibility to make sure they're doing the right things. Because ultimately you're still responsible for them. Now I'm not saying that you mother them or you micromanage them, but they need to know that you're still there. They need to know that you're still there to support them, whether they want the support or not. See, that's your role as a good senior vice president. Knowing their numbers even better than them. Knowing when they're on track or off track. Even if they don't ask you. Because that's your role. See, you have a responsibility to the company as a senior vice president. We need some of you to step up more. It can't be just down to a select group of individuals. We need some of you in the room sitting now looking at me, taking the mic, saying, hey, I want to help build this. And not waiting for somebody else to do it. Yeah, I know, that's an ouch moment. Some of you want to throw knives at me right now, but it's okay. Because the truth is the truth.
No knives on the table.
It's only one.
We need more of you to take that leap. Yes, I know it's scary. You might say, but Bevin, I can't speak well, I'm not good at this. You all have gifts that you can give. That's right. So why are you not giving? Why? Is it that you don't believe in the company? Is it just a cash cow for you? You not like the team you're working with? If it's none of the above, after today, I want you to think about how you can get involved more. What can you do? Because if we all do a little bit more, it's a whole lot.
That's good.
Room's real quiet right now, Coach. Here's another thing. Delegation. This is a massive one. It was massive for me. Because like Barbara, no one can do it as good as me. And it took me forever to understand that if I want multiplication, it can no longer go through me only. If you just want to keep adding, do it yourself. If you want to multiply, do it through others. If everything still needs to go through you, you're a limited resource. You need to start delegating. You need to invest into a personal assistant, an office manager. I know there's a financial cost, but start small. Get them for a couple of hours a week. £11, £12 an hour, guys. Start investing into your business. Let them start making some of your phone calls so you can focus on recruiting and keeping the main thing the main thing. Stop trying to do everything. You are burning yourself out and you're not doing the right things with your time. Can't stress that. I can't stress that any more than I can stress it. You should no longer be file checking. I've seen people here today, I've got to go file check a piece of work. Why? You're in here on your iPads, your laptops, your file checking work when you should be listening. Yeah, I see it. Why? Get a PA. Start small. Train someone within your team. I'm sure you all have someone there that's good with that stuff. It's the best investment. You heard Steve say it. Success leaves clues. Jeff told him to do it years before he did it. He said it's cost him. How much does that cost you, that mistake? Hundreds of thousands of pounds, and all of you are barreling down the same road doing the same thing. You've got to learn from others' mistakes, guys. You need to be able to trust other leaders. Are you the only one talking to your team? Are you the only one that's kind of just hugging them? Are you allowing other people to be able to really speak into the team? Because I promise you, they're becoming tone deaf to you. They're disconnected from you. And they will never say that to your face because you're their EVP. You need to be able to allow others to speak so they can big you up. They can tell you how fantastic you are. What a great leader you have. Man, I wish I could be in their team. How privileged you are to have that person as your leader. See, we need to get better as a group to trust one another. We also need to allow the company to help us to grow our team. Are they attending events? The company put on events and they're not attending. Your team's not attending. Why? Because you just want to have them for yourself. You don't want them interacting with other people. How are you ever going to grow? It's important that we allow trust. It's important that we delegate. if you're going to be a good senior vice president, this in your mindset needs to change. Okay? So, not only does your mindset need to change, but I always like to give people some strategy. Because once we've got the mind right, that's fantastic. But after we've got the mind right, we now need to do some physical steps. Okay? So, if we now look at the strategy for you being a good senior vice president, you see, you need to focus on consistently hitting 17 recruits per month as a minimum for your base shop, with the goal being 30 recruits a month. As a good senior vice president, that's your minimum targets. Everyone understand that one? Steve spent some time going through this, but you need to identify potential EVP candidates by evaluating the double C's. Commitment, their commitment, and their coachability. That's how you identify an EVP candidate. So what does that look like? Well, they can understand and they know how to manage group movement. See, we're in a time right now where social media is big. And when an EVP is coming up, I want to know how they deal with group movement. How are they communicating with their team? Do they have their own groups? When they have their own groups, are they communicating on their own groups? See, what are they doing? Or are they just leaving the team to get on with it? So evaluate how they're on social media groups. Are they championing leaderboards? Are they have their own yeses board on their group? Are they posting it every day? See, these are the things you want to look for in your EVP candidates. And you don't need to tell them. They automatically do it every morning. See, they're the first to turn up and book events. And they're the last to leave events and training and conference calls. In fact, they're encouraging others and galvanizing others to get onto the call. Guys, it's call time. Guys, it's time. Guys, it's training. Tomorrow's training, guys. Looking forward to seeing you there with your notepad and pen. Guys, these are small things you want to be starting to look for in your candidates. See, the thing is, it's not going to be everyone. It might be just one. See, they need to be progressively consistent in getting their results. But they also need to demonstrate team player qualities. What does that look like? What does team player qualities look like? See, they've got to be willing to help others in the team get licensed. They want to help their team to make phone calls. They want to help them do the vitality applications, getting them prepared for the scoop and carry back assessments. See, they've got to be the person that others are turning to. But amongst all of that, they still have the hunger and the work ethic to achieve their own personal targets. One of our group leaders said they were up doing an assessment for one of their new recruits, and they never got to bed till 12. They had work the next day. They did a carry-back earlier. And I said, you know what, I'm so tired right now. But I'm still going to submit the work that I did earlier. So I'm probably not going to get to bed till 1. but I'm going to get it done, coach. See, that's what you're looking for. See, I don't know if that person's going to be the next Steve Jenkins, but they're showing qualities that give them a shot. They give them a chance in doing it. See, that's what you're looking for. Willing to help others, but also get it done themselves. See, this is huge. EVPs, SVPs and above. You need to have a duplicatable system that others can easily follow. It needs to be a turnkey process. Guys, I've seen some of your systems. NASA couldn't work out some of your systems. Guys, if it looks too difficult, people will not follow. Here's another one. I'm an advocate of hard work. But some of you make it sound like we need to kill ourselves to get any success. And then we say it to our teams. And then your teams are looking at you thinking, I don't want to do that to become an SVP. I don't want to do that to become an EVP. I might as well stay doing what I'm doing because, man, you're making this thing look so difficult.
Yep.
Stop making it look so hard. Steve said 2 scoops a day is hard work. By the way, it's not hard work. But we make it sound like we're going through World War I and II to get to where we need to get to. Stop doing that. Stop talking about the clawbacks. Stop talking about it to your team. Stop saying, oh my God, I did all this work, but I got the clawbacks coming. Stop it. Because if they hear it, even if you think they don't hear it, they're hearing it. Don't do that. They won't follow. And you wonder, man, that person was so good. Why did they stop turning up to training? Follow a system, a duplicatable system. That's a turnkey process that doesn't make the business look difficult. No one will follow you if you do. And here's the last point. We really need to get better at this. Guys, honestly, I'm putting my hand up, like with most of these points. We have not mastered the management exchange process. We have not mastered it one iota. No one has in this room. We need to master the management exchange process because this will collapse time frames and produce new EVPs. Guys, when's the last time we produced an EVP? Can anyone remember? Go ahead, tell me.
March.
March.
Year.
March.
Last year.
March last year.
23rd.
March 23rd.
No, the 23rd of March or the 15th of March.
2023.
2023.
March. I wanted to sink in. March last year.
By
March last year. The last time we produced an EVP. Guys, we're here to give hope and opportunity, right? So why are we not giving it out? This group here is responsible for that, including myself. We are responsible for that. We need to be deliberate in this next 6 months to change that. And it starts with mastering the management exchange process. But where it starts is when they join. What are they doing? How you develop them to team leader, senior team leader, group leader, which we're going to go through tomorrow. Because if you develop it right, it will come out right at the end. But what's happening, we're waiting till we get to the end, and then we're like, oof, they've got nothing left. Let's start again now. And then that person gets frustrated because they're thinking that they've done it, but they haven't really done it because we need to go back to the start. So they get discouraged and think it doesn't work. Let's master this. We all know it. Let's go back and let's master this. Let's understand it. Have a look in your teams right now. Let's go down and help them build. You see, that's what a good senior vice president does. Once we master these principles, not only will you get to your next levels, but you'll be bringing a whole lot of people along with you. Thank you so much.